Hello everyone! So today, you might have noticed, we're in a little bit of a different setting. I reorganised my room around, changed where my bed is, everything, because I only had this little small Billy bookcase and I needed a big one. My shelves are actually quite sparse right now, which really is just an excuse for me to buy more books. That's pretty much the only reason I bought the big one rather than another small one. Can't help myself. And the only reason that I ran out of space on this shelf or case, whatever, is because I've bought so many books this month. But that's another video. Anyway, cracking on with the actual video. I'm so excited for two reasons. One, Idina Menzel. The day I'm filming this, Idina is in Glasgow for a concert, her own, and I'm going and I'm so excited. Like, I'm actually fit to burst. When I seen F then, all I wanted was to hear her sing Always Starting Over live again. And I obviously thought, you know, the show was closing, I'm never going to be back in New York in time to see it again. And I was pretty sad, and then obviously she's going to be singing that tonight and I'm so excited. Anyway, the other reason I'm so excited is because I have waited months to film this video. And I mean, like, I've waited since April to film this video. I am so excited. And that is my review of Did I Mention I Love You by Estelle Mascom. I love this book. I can't. I'm going to say right now that this is probably going to be the worst review video you'll ever see, because it's literally just going to be being like, you know those things you try and explain to someone, you're like, oh, I like this book, it's really, and you just kind of do the fist clench sort of thing. That's how I express my love for books. That is how, if I can't speak and just make a really funny face and clench my fists, you know I love the book. And it's just, I can't explain it. So Estelle is also Scottish, like I am. She's up from Aberdeen-ish area, Peterhead, and she's also younger than me. Can we just get that out there? This is the first book in a trilogy that has been written already, and she's just turned 18. I'm sitting here having written one short story that was remotely good. It's not fair. However, so basically the backstory. Estelle, I feel weird talking about this because I got this proof. This is like, because obviously the paperback just comes out the 1st of July, so it isn't actually out yet. But I got a proof copy from Estelle herself. I've met Estelle. She was in Edinburgh to speak to her publishers about something or other, and we met up for TGI's, had dinner. It's one thing you learn. She loves TGI's, she loves mozzarella dippers. And then the next day we went to Edinburgh Dungeon. Yeah, it's weird for me talking about it because I know her. I like, it's weird. Like, I've met her and I'm not just like yeah, it's weird. It's also weird because she might watch this. Hi Estelle. Estelle first wrote the DIMILY series on Wattpad when she was, what, 13? So like 4 years ago. And it's now been published as an actual novel, so a little bit exciting. I just love this, I really do. Basically, the story's about 16-year-old Eden Monroe, who's from Portland, and her mum and dad have split up, so she goes to spend summer with her dad and his like new girlfriend, wife, I can't remember, new woman, and her 3 kids, so her 3 stepbrothers, in Santa Monica. And at first she's like hating it, she's like, oh, whatever. The 2 younger brothers are nice. They're cute. The older brother, who's like her age, Tyler, oh, the first you see of him, he storms into this barbecue, like, welcome party for Eden, and he's a right dick. Like, he's awful. He's just mean. He's like that proper arsehole, like, jock. Not even a jock, but, you know, that sort of guy that's like, thinks he's amazing and all that sort of shit. And obviously Eden's like, oh god, I don't like you. So it sort of, you know, I don't know, it just kind of follows like her summer. She ends up becoming friends with the girl across the road, Rachel, and then her friends. And one of them, Tiffany, she is Tyler's girlfriend. Oh, I hate Tiffany. Like, you don't understand. I can't tell you because it's a spoiler, but there's something she does, right? Because basically, long story short, Tyler and Eden get together, but obviously, step siblings. Now, there's no blood involved. Like, Tyler isn't Eden's dad's son. Tyler's Eden's dad's stepson. So they're not blood related. but because they're classed as step siblings, everyone's like, that's weird. So they try to hide it. But then Tiffany, like, tries to fuck that all up for them. And, I mean, she's his girlfriend, but, like, Tyler goes to sort of, like, break up with her. And she just, oh, the things she does. I can't. It's awful. And just, no, like, Tyler does not deserve a boy like that. A girl like that, sorry. Tyler doesn't deserve anybody like that. Tyler deserves the happiest thing, like, life ever. And, yeah, you'll know what it is when you see it. And it's just a lovely story about, you know, this boy and a girl falling in love. And I know I go on about how all the YA novels are about boys and girls falling in love, but, you know, it's different because it's kind of like a forbidden love, but it's not like, you know, it's forbidden in the sense that it isn't actually wrong or illegal, it's just frowned upon. And I'm going to read you my favourite quote. Even opened it on the page, I have a bookmark. There's a line at the very end of chapter 27, and I think this pretty much is just, like, when I read it I was like, see, if I didn't know this book and someone said read this and said, like, this is a quote, I'd be like, I need to read that. Because Tyler might have told me his secrets, but now he has a new one. Like, yes. Because, like, obviously Tyler's got quite a bit of mystery around him, and eventually sort of confides in Eden, and my heart broke. Now, obviously I read this when it was on Wattpad, but it was, like, years ago, so it was all, like, reading it again, I mean, some of it's changed. Like, I remember, like, Ella giving Eden, like, dresses and stuff like that for this barbecue, and Eden's like, I like my jeans and Converse, you know? Things like that. You know, there was, like, subtle changes in the book, and I, for some reason, I don't know why, I don't know how, completely forgot, like, Tyler's secret. And also I was texting Estelle and I was like, was that always in there? And she's like, yes. And I was just like, okay, I forgot about that. But I don't know if I had forgotten or if I was just so re-immersed in the story again that I didn't want to remember, so it was a surprise. I don't know, but I, like, almost cried at that. And then we got to a point where I was nearing the end and also Estelle was like, right, we'll read it together. And then she sent me a link to a song, which was Love Me So by Stereo Kicks. I have never sobbed so much reading a book. Like, this, like, the actual, like, the thing is, the song is a sad song. The scene in the book is a sad scene. You put both together, my heart can't take it. So, don't, like, literally, if you get to, I actually got it in, page 396, just don't start listening to that song from there because it will break your heart. And I remember Estelle made a point, like, she shouldn't have told me this anyway because I don't do this, but she told me not to read the last page before I finished, obviously. And I just can't. Like, I read this in April. This isn't even published yet. Like, it came out on ebook, so you can have it on Kindle, but I hate Kindles, so that's no good. The paperback comes out next Wednesday, like, so Wednesday, because this is Saturday. So yeah, it comes out on Wednesday, and, you know, the second one, Did I Mention I Need You, comes out in September, and then the third one, Did I Mention I Miss You, comes out in January. I can handle waiting July to September for a sequel. I've had to wait till from April, like, and it sits on my shelf face out and it just stares at me and I want to reread it, but the more I know I read it, the more I know I'm going to need the second one, and then I'm going to need the third one, and I have so long to wait. Black and white, you know, hook a girl up please, because I'm dying. Like, I will take a manuscript, I just need it. And every day, because obviously it's now, like, the publishers have said that if it comes into stores are allowed to sell it. And I don't actually know if I've ever explained this. I work at Waterstones in Edinburgh. I really don't care if you know which store it is, but I just feel like it would be kind of weird being like, yeah. So yeah, like, I work in a Waterstones, and every day I go in the shop, I'm like, what if Dimily's there? And then I, like, it's not there, and then I'm like, right, okay. And then we have, like, boxes to unpack and put books out, and I'm like, open the box, what if Dimily's in here? Like, it's getting up to be a problem. And we're only getting 5 copies in, like, the first time. So, like, if we sell out those 5 really quickly, we'll get more in. But, like, I want to sell them all so we can get more, but at the same time I don't want to sell them because I want them to be on the shelf. Like, I'm just so excited for the day I go to work, and like, because I go on about this book all the time. It's got to the point where I'll say, oh, you know that book? And they're like, the one about that girl that girl wrote, then like you go on about every single day. And I'm like, yeah, that one. Because I do. I walk in and I'm like, oh, so Estelle's doing a book tour. Oh, you know, like a week till Dimily's out. Like, I literally tell everyone in my shop, like all my colleagues about it. Like, they all know about it. So I got Courtney into it, and we were both just like, this book. And I feel like it's going to come in and they're going to be like, well, Emma, your book's in. And I'm just going to be in the teen section, like sitting behind it like, my precious. Because I love it. I can't. Like, I just, like, to put it this way as well, it's a book that is 422 pages long, right? 422 pages. I read, now where is it? Somewhere, oh, it'll be way up there. I literally take like 2 weeks to read like a 200-page book. Like, I read so slowly. This took me less than 10 hours to read this whole book. A lot of people say that DIMILY is incestuous. It's not. Like, there's no incest involved if you're not blood related in the slightest. Like, they're not even cousins. There's no blood relation. But when we went to the dungeons, we were about to go on this like boat ride to take us to go meet the cannibals. We're about to get on the boat and the guy's like, oh, you know, talking about Shawnee being the cannibal or something. And he was like, oh, they're a family of incest and all that. So Estelle turned to me and just sort of went, DIMILY. And I just kind of laughed. And then she laughed. And the guy was just like, what? And he's like, are you laughing at incest? Obviously thinking these girls have been like crapping it and now they're just like laughing because I talked about incest. At which point, Estelle, without thinking, turns around and goes, oh, it's a personal thing. And this guy's face, like, he was just like, okay. So, it was just, it would have been a perfect time to promote the book, but it just felt really inappropriate when Estelle's like, oh yeah, incest is a personal thing, like. So that was a interesting moment. But we survived the dungeons, and then I got my book. I should have worn my DIMILY t-shirt to film this. Oh no. I'm annoyed now, I didn't think of that. Is it even? Hold on. So yeah, I got my t-shirt, I got my book, and I got my t-shirt. Should have worn this for the whole video. So, proving I love myself some DIMILY. And the love heart is because, like, it's at the front there. And, like, it's at the start of the chapters and stuff. I can't, like, I literally give this 5 stars because it was just such an easy read. It was so, I don't know, like, I got through it so quickly. I've never yearned for a sequel so much in my life. Like, I'm not a big series fan. Like, I prefer standalones, but I will read series. I've never needed the rest of the series so much in my life for a book. I love it. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't, like, actually word it. It's a really, really good one. I honestly see this as, like, this sort of, like, summer's big teen novel. Like, this, it is a perfect summer read. Like, I know everyone says that, but it is. It really is. It couldn't be coming out at a better time, apart from maybe, like, 3 months ago, so I could already have the sequel. But, you know, like, I'm so excited to go to work and buy my actual copy because I want to reread it and, like, read it in summer and be like, hey, because it's so good. I mean, as heartbreaking as it can get and sad and whatever, it is just such a good book. Like, they take a trip up to the Hollywood sign, they do tequila shots in a garage and stuff like that, and it's just, it's a lot of fun, and I love it. I really do. I can't. I have no more words for this book. All I have to tell you is to please pick this up, give it a go. And even if it's not your cup of tea, you don't enjoy it, you can still sort of appreciate the fact that somebody probably younger than you has published a book and you and I are still sitting here thinking, I should probably write a book. But, you know, rather than opening up Word or whatever and starting to write, just going, I don't have a story idea, and reading a book instead. So, buy DIMILY, read DIMILY, love DIMILY, and then repeat with the next 2 books because it's just so good. I'm going to say again, I love this book. I love it, I love it, I love it. And also, did I mention I love DIMILY? That was a really, really bad attempt at a joke. Did I mention I love you? Pick DIMILY up. It's so good. I can't. I'm getting kind of aggressive about it. Like, if you listen to one of my reviews this year or ever, if this is the only review, if you only decide to buy one book that I tell you to buy, make it this one, please, because I will never forgive myself if I don't make someone buy this book, because I love it. I really do. I'm gonna stop because I feel all I'm saying is I love this book. It's been half an hour and I haven't said anything else. Goodbye. See? It's nice and face out. It's away, can't talk about it anymore. So yeah. Again, not the best review I've ever done because I'm a little bit overexcited. I loved Emily. I love it. I love it. I don't think you gathered I loved it, obviously. But I'm gonna go because I'm now talking a lot of crap. I'm just repeating things. You've got the gist. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I really, really, really hope you pick up a copy of the book because it is so good. And Estelle's lovely and she deserves this book to do really well because I know she's worked really hard on it. Like, she was on holiday, like, to Salou, like, last week and was sitting out in the sun writing and stuff. Like, she's so dedicated to her work and her writing, and that is just something that I admire as a, like, I'd love to have a book published, and I just don't have the patience to write one, and I don't have the patience to edit it and have deadlines for it, so I really admire Estelle for that. And the book, as that alone, you know, the book is really good and it really deserves, you know, recognition for that. I'm getting quite sappy now, haven't I? So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Yeah, I'll see you Tuesday or Wednesday with my June book haul featuring some of these. And probably a TBR wrap up at some point too, so